Joining us again on Chicken Dinner, as he does every week, Adam Chernoff, professional bettor from Right Angle Sports. The Ravens did it to you, buddy. The teaser was nice until the Ravens decided not to be nice, but you did have a nice hit on that Arizona first half. They completely blitzed the LA Rams. Now we move forward to week 3. And before we get to the plays that you love at the end, curious about your thoughts on Thursday Night Football. This line is basically hanging 6. Jets have Rodgers. We don't know how much he can do aside from his arm. Can he move? Can he run? Can he throw on the run? This line is sitting 6 and, a pretty low total considering it's the Patriots. We're seeing mostly like 38.5. Any thoughts on Thursday night?
Yeah, Jets have to have it, Sam. And I think we're going to see a lot of Rodgers tonight because Geno Smith threw it 44 times on this Pats secondary last week. And the Seahawks have very similar uncertainties with the running back situation they had last week and the O-line to what the Jets have to deal with. And so to me, this is a home opener for the Jets that they've got to have as this early portion of their schedule is where they've got to stack wins. And it's Rodgers probably throwing it a lot more than we've seen him in week 1 and 2. Not a good track record for first-time staffs making their debut on Thursday Night Football. Not a good record for teams on a short week coming out of overtime playing on Thursday Night Football. A lot of positives here for the Jets.
That's not to say that you love the Jets. Just wanted to get your thoughts on it. I also have to ask you the elephant in the room. At what point do we take Carolina? I know that you love ugly sides.
In July, Sam, so it's kind of a tough one. My face is all over some national media clips that are circling around YouTube boasting for the Panthers. Look, I don't know if you can play them at 5. I think it's a fair number. Earlier in the week, it was 7. That's a much different conversation that we're having here today with it at 5, which is probably right. We've seen this touch 4.5 a little bit. It didn't last. Look, they're much better with Dalton. It pains me to say that based on how I looked at this, but it seems like Dave Canales really wants to work with the veteran QBs, Geno Smith, Russell Wilson, Baker Mayfield. This makes sense. The personnel is better. The staff is better. The weapons are better than what they had last year. But boy, that defense is really, really bad. So we'll see this week, but I do think 5 is the right number now.
Watch them win. That's the NFL. Nobody wanted the Raiders last week.
I would like it if they did. That's for sure.
Buddy,
I'll take
you're
it.
Going to be okay.
Telling me I can sign up for that. I'm taking it.
You're going to be okay with Andy Dalton. I truly believe that, and I think that people that are calling for you right now are stupid after 2 weeks.
Well, look, in 2019, the Miami Dolphins were arguably the worst team we've ever seen. They were closing 18-point dogs in week 3, 22-point dogs in week 4. It was 5 years ago. The Panthers have looked horrendous. We haven't got anywhere near that yet. And that Dolphins team still won 5 games that season. So if it's the Dalton revival, I'm along for the ride.
Red Rocket, baby. All right. You have some plays you love this week. What do you got?
So let's go Bears plus 1.5 and over 43.5. Same game. Like the Bears here, just because I look at their offense with 2 really tough matchups to start the year. Tennessee, sneaky underrated, good defense. Then they face Houston in Houston, which is just death for any quarterback and offense that has to go there. Now they face a Colts defense, which is just Gus Bradley, predictable week after week after week. He doesn't change. They lost to Forrest Buckner. They lost their best cornerback last week in Juju Brents. They're just letting teams kind of walk all over them. And so I think Chicago can win on the ground. I think they can win through the air. I think we have a little bit of added motivation for the Bears with Matt Eberflus going back to take on the Colts. So I think Chicago can win this game and do their part for the total. And then Indy, over 6 yards per play through 2 weeks. They've been throwing it way more than expected. I actually think they go back a little bit more to the ground game this week, which is a good thing because that defense of theirs has been on the field for more than 80 plays so far this season, more than 80 minutes total as well in time of possession. They just haven't had the ball. I like the over in that game too, but I do think the Bears win. So that's a side in the total in that one game.
All right, Adam Chernoff, Right Angle Sports. We appreciate you, pal.
Thanks, Sam.